Gang, quick reminder, Thursday, September 24th at 7 p.m., we're going to be doing a live show, Are You Garbage, at the Punchline in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Come and check us out.
Yeah, guys, it's going to be a good show. We're going to do a live stand-up and a live podcast with special guest Mike Rainey from Dad Meat Podcast, so check it out. Get your tickets now.
Yes, sir. Hey, gang, it's your old pals, Uncle Hank and Kippy. Just want to thank you for tuning in to Are You Garbage?
Yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe. That way you get the episode as they come out. And you can also go to gasdigitalnetwork.com, use promo code AYG to get bonus content and get the episodes before they come out and HD streaming. Do it.
Yeah.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Ooh, baby! Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's favorite new podcast. This is Are You Garbage, the show where we sit down with your favorite comedians and find out if they grew up classy or if they're absolute trash. I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a glorious day here, a beautiful fall day here in New York City, alive and well in the heart of the East Village at the Gas Digital Studios. We're coming at you, feeling fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
My co-host is coming at you from right next to me. Gang, you know him, you love him. He's the brains behind the operation. Let me tell you something. The next time you're reaching for a best pal, you go ahead and make it a Kippy. He tastes great, he's less filling, and now available in an 8-pack. So check that out. Give it up for Kevin James Ryan, everyone.
Hey, what's up, gang? Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, we appreciate it. Couple of things, couple points of business up front to get out of the way. Just announced. Okay, Foley showing off his. The T-shirts are finally going out. Everybody, you're getting your merch. Your Garbaggio.
Tweet those pics.
And your Clean Living shirts are being delivered. Thank you so much for all the support. We appreciate it. Also, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes.
Yes.
Full video available on YouTube. You can subscribe there as well. Also, check out people. The listeners have started Reddit and Facebook groups. We appreciate that. Go join those if you're on those. And the fucking live show. Let's cut to the fucking chase.
Yikes,
Fuck Reddit.
Philly, we're coming back.
Fuck all that fucking bullshit. The live show where we make our bread and butter, baby, at the Punchline in Philly. Check it out. It'll be Thursday, September 24th, 7 p.m. We're going to do a live stand-up and a live podcast
with Philadelphia's own Mike Rainey.
Yeah, it's going to be an outside show. They have it all set up. That's going to fucking sell out, so get your tickets, baby. This thing's got a motor on it, okay? And even if it doesn't, we're still saying it's sold out. Woo! It's a sellout at whatever number of tickets we sell.
Fake news, baby.
Yeah.
Fake news. But, gang, that's neither here nor there. Talk about a fucking rocket ship. We could not be more excited to have our incredibly special
personal
guest
favorite
here with us today. One of our personal fucking favorites. He is an extremely successful stand-up comedian and actor. He has appeared on The Late Late Show, Premium Blend, The Wild West Comedy Tour, Chelsea Lately. He has his own Comedy Central Presents. He's been on Lopez Tonight, Comics Unleashed, The Joe Rogan Experience, This Is Not Happening, The Church of What's Happening Now, and of course he has his own stand-up special out called Principal's Office. And as an actor, you've seen him in CSI New York, Beer League, Weeds, Legacy, In the Cut, and of course, the Netflix fucking runaway hit, Cobra Kai. And I got 20 that says that he could knock out LaRusso and Lawrence in one fucking shot. But the big question in everybody's mind today, is he garbage? I say, no way. I say this guy irons his fucking underwear. Give it up for the one, the only, Bret Ernst, everybody.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, man. I'm trying to get my camera to work. What happened? There we go.
There we go.
How you doing?
We're doing good.
What's up, buddy?
He's just one of those guys. He just makes us laugh when we see
Dude,
it.
you have just funny guy rhythm. You know what I mean? You have like East Coast Italian funny guy. It's most Italians have it from the East Coast.
You know, dude, I also got the East Coast Italian, don't know how to use electronic gene, too. I have a camera. I got a better camera, and it's not working. I don't know how to make it work.
Oh, you look good. You sound great, right?
Yeah.
Dill, we good?
All right, I'll take your word for it.
You look good, buddy. Thank you so much for doing the show. Congratulations on fucking Cobra Kai.
Well, thanks, man. No, I appreciate it, bro.
That's insane. Yeah. It was on YouTube for a couple of years, and then it hit Netflix and fucking took the fuck off, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, we shot it, like 2 years ago. And well, season 3 is already done. It's in the can, ready to go.
Nice.
They just haven't premiered it yet. But yeah, no, it's a very, very pleasant surprise. I didn't expect it to be this big. You know what I mean?
Dude, they did it so well, man. It makes fun of itself. It has the perfect tone. It fucking has the nostalgia, and it also fucking it like reinvents Karate Kid. It's like, was he the fucking bully? Was he not the bully? Fucking Johnny Lawrence was getting fucking iced by his parents, so that's why he was acting out. The whole thing's fucking great, man. I love it.
Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, but everybody forget too that Johnny. He was a kid. They were just kids. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
you say it like you're his cousin coming into court. I love it. Your Honor, he's a kid. You don't know.
I'm saying, like, even Johnny, I mean, the kid's he's a teenager. Somebody's clipping his girl. You know what I'm saying? My cousin.
It's fighting words where I come from, dude.
Fucking cook out on the beach, trying to relax, play a little soccer. All of a sudden, this punk shows up with a fucking red hoodie going after Elizabeth Shue on me.
With his Jersey attitude.
I'd love to see Elizabeth Shue on the show, man. I fucking love her. Ventures and babysitting. That was it for me. Good night.
She's in that show, The Boys. She's in season 1.
She's fucking great in it, too. And I know. So do you think you're garbage? You said you do, but be honest. I mean, you keep yourself well together. You know what I mean? You look sharp. You act sharp. What makes you think that you're garbage?
I don't know what the criteria is. So let's go through the list.
Well, saying criteria is not saying criteria is one of the criteria that you should not say the word criteria.
Yeah, he's pointing at us with 2 fingers. What's the criteria?
Now, which one's the fat one, huh? But no, the only thing that I can see getting you on is you're a child of the 80s. You were an 80s kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a tough look. There's a lot of fashion. There's a lot of things that went down in the 80s that are tough. That's tough to overlook. But I say now, no way. But we're going to find out. We're going to have a little fun. We're going to see what's up. And what is the origin story of Bret Ernst? You're from Jersey, right? You're a Jersey guy.
Yeah, I'm both. I'm more South Florida, but I was raised in Jersey. I went back and forth.
Yikes.
15 different times.
So tell us this story. So where'd you grow up?
In Passaic, New Jersey, and in Fort Lauderdale. Wow. So I went to high school down here in Fort Lauderdale. I'm in Florida right now, actually.
Do you live down there full time, or you're just there for the pandemic?
No, I just bought a place in Vegas, so
nice.
And then I just came down here to stay with my mom. So she's in the other room right now cooking.
Brett, keep it down in there.
That's the best thing about the pandemic. It's like all these fucking, all these established comedians are broadcasting from like a closet in their fucking mom's house. It's great.
I love it. Does she still hook it up? Does she hook the food up, make dinner, breakfast, the whole 9 yards?
Yeah, man.
I don't know what it is. Moms and breakfast. I don't know what it is, man. The trashier you are, the better the bacon, egg, and cheese is. I don't know what, but my mom puts out a fucking Michelin star bacon, egg, and cheese in the morning.
My mom thinks she makes these pancakes, man. I don't know how she does it. And they're phenomenal. They're just amazing.
Yeah.
That's too good. So brothers and sisters, what was the deal? What'd your dad do? What'd your mom do? And what was with all the back and forth between Florida and Jersey?
Oh, he froze up.
Are we there?
Yeah, you're good.
You're good now.
Yeah. Well, it's already qualifying for trash.
Well, Fort Lauderdale. I mean, we could have wrapped it right.
Yeah,
there.
the two places you've spent most time is fucking Passaic, New Jersey, and Fort Lauderdale. They are 2 tough places to come out.
Yeah,
of.
we're just doing this for ad time at this point. We're just fucking going through the motions. But I still say no.
All right. Well, background-wise, single mom.
Okay.
Had a brother. I was a middle child, and then my mom remarried. I had a stepfather later on, and I have a step older sister and a step older brother.
Okay. And is that where you guys moved down to Florida?
Actually, back to Jersey, and then back. We went back and forth. So
Gotcha.
It was both. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
They remarried, my mother remarried in Jersey, though.
Okay.
What kind of houses are we talking about in Jersey and Florida? Apartments, condos, single-family homes? What's the neighborhoods that you're growing up like?
I grew up in mostly apartments. When my mom remarried with my stepfather, we had a house, like a house up there, and then moved down here, and then apartments mostly my life.
Yeah.
My mom.
Okay.
I'm laughing right now. I know I'm checking boxes.
I feel like two fucking feds. You're not giving us anything. You're being real vague. You're like, you won't get you. I can't get nail you down for a timeline.
That's the Italian in him, dude. Yeah, you can't hammer down answers. He's like, maybe I was there, maybe I wasn't.
What'd your mom do? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know.
My mom. She raised us mostly on her own, so
gotcha.
The three of us, most of my life, so. But it is definitely apartments would be the answer.
Did you start working at a young age?
Yeah, I've been working. I mean, literally, I've been working since I was like 10, 11.
What was the first job?
Doing construction, grunt cleanup when I was a kid. And
at 10?
Landscape. Yeah, 11. Yeah, I was on. Dude, I'm not joking, man. I've worked every day. I've never not worked.
I mean, I started when I was 12, but not fucking construction at 10. That's hardcore.
Well, you just clean it up. You're like a fucking busboy for the skilled laborers. And then, but my first official on the books job was 14. I worked at Skyline. I was a Skyline Chili. I worked as a cook.
Damn.
At Chili's? Is that what you said?
Skyline Chili. It was like a fast food. You just threw the fucking chili in the heater, and then I wasn't cooking.
He's out back smoking, saying, "Yeah, it's hard work." He's like talking to the cocktail waitress,
Chef Ernst, showing the waitresses your knives and shit. That's awesome. That's too good. All right, well, let's get into a little fucking Are You Garbage here. Bret, we're going to ask you a series of questions. Answer them open and honestly to the best of your ability. If it sparks anything, please feel free to elaborate. You're talking to two scumbags from Philly, so you're in good company here. All right?
I know.
Don't worry about it. I had chili before I came in here, so that's where we're at. Let's kick off some basics. So you moved around a lot, but we're going to I'll center on high school. You said was in Jersey, right? Or was in Florida?
No, a lot of that plantation.
Okay. All right. So let's kind of focus around that time, around Florida. You live in an apartment. So what was the name of the street that you lived on down there?
Yeah. Well, let's see. This is tough. It's a court. It's like 15th court or 33rd court or something like that.
That's not too bad. Now, is this a condo community?
No, it's apartment complexes.
It's an apartment. Was there a swimming pool?
Yes, of course. Every complex down here has a swimming pool.
Yeah. Okay. So it's got a little Karate Kid kind of vibe, coincidentally enough, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not familiar with South Florida, it's the complexes everywhere you go. It's got a pool and, there's a lot of apartment complexes down here. Just put you like that.
Got it. Like the Florida Project, like that movie.
I didn't see it, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
If it took place in Florida, then jerk off, yeah.
I'll go with that.
Sorry, I was reaching on the 2017 William Dafoe indie there. I apologize. Yeah. I'm trying to get something out of him. He's ice cold on us.
I'm not cold. I'm just asking because I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you want me to say. The apartment that I don't know what to say.
No, it's fine.
I love it. Go ahead, kid.
All right. What was the name of the grocery store that you guys shopped at growing up?
Yes.
Well, there's Food Town when we were in Jersey. A&P.
A&P's not bad. Food Town's pretty tough.
A&P's not bad.
Yeah, A&P. But Food Town, Publix, and Windtown was the one, but mostly Publix,
Publix, yeah. I've never been. Was it nice? Where's that fall, do you feel? Like, would you shop at a Publix today?
Where do you shop now? Compare that.
By the way, what I think is hilarious, like, where did you two grow up? Like, who the fuck fucking grocery store? and I think having a pool in an apartment complex is classic.
We're garbage, dude.
We told you.
We grew up in the suburbs and feel like we're like it's suburban white trash through and through.
Where the fuck did you do?
There's still an unfinished shed in my mom's backyard that started construction in like '88.
Yeah, we're not judging, this is the criteria in which we determine whether someone else is. Like if you went to a Kroger, if you shopped at a Kroger, or if you were like, oh yeah, we used to get groceries out of Sunoco, you're fucking trash. Now, I'm sure now, where do you shop now out in L.A.? You go to Ralph's, you Trader Joe's?
Yeah, Ralph's, whatever's convenient, man.
See, that's classic.
Yeah, but down here, it's Publix is like, if you're really uppity, you go obviously to the Whole Foods. Or there's another one now called Atari or Amari or some shit. But the average person goes to, the trash shops at Publix, but there's no other trash.
Whoa. Publix is all class.
Hey, shut up, you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who's that? Where did he come from?
That was the owner of Publix.
Yeah. We got ad time with him.
Yeah.
I actually worked. I was a bag boy there too when I was like 16.
That's
Okay.
the best. I was a bag boy at an Acme up here, and dude, the people that you work with at a supermarket when you're a kid, you work with some like the dudes in like the meat department and shit. Those are some like those guys can get you ketamine after your shift and shit like that.
Yeah, if you're over 30 working there, there's some issues. But you always got like that young, hot 19-year-old girl at the bakery.
Dude, we were just talking about that. Yeah.
It was pretty cool, man. I mean, to be honest with you, I worked there basically through the holidays, but I also worked there I used to sell shit like in school, candy and stuff like that, and I was always clipping shit from the back.
That's
So, like,
fantastic. Dude.
I used to grab bags of that shit. I was always finding a way to
hustle and make extra money.
make a little extra scuttle,
Yeah. Dude, I had a buddy when we worked at the Acme. My buddy he was in the produce and he would sell weed out of the produce department. He would be like, yo, leave the money under the apples, the weeds under the fucking bananas or whatever. And there'd be like dime bags and shit.
Dude, listen, man, down here, when I was in high school down here, everything was drugs. Everything. I mean, everywhere it was in the 80s. So it's like cocaine cowboy, and it was just everywhere. So, I never touched anything like that in high school, but it was everywhere, man.
Yeah, damn. That had to be wide open down there at that point.
The coke must have been
I
great.
sold a lot of I used to sell like fake steroids to kids.
What, the needles?
No, you get a little vial and you fill it with Western oil.
Oh my God, that's insane, dude. That's so funny.
Guys that used to always hook up with this kid with, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. But we would in and, but yeah, when I was a teenager.
That's great.
Wesson oil. He didn't get any bigger and his cholesterol's through the roof. That's fucking vicious.
Dude, that's something else to have that mentality to see kids like wanting steroids and you're going to be like, listen, jerk off, come over, meet me in the parking lot after school.
Well, my friend actually, really sold some shit back then. I mean, like we were teenagers and then I would refill the bottles and then resell them again.
That's diabolical.
Like testosterone, Cestanon, Primobolan, all that shit. Primobolan came in pill form. But he had all that going on, and then my other friend, we had a little bit of operations going on when we were kids.
Dude, that's fantastic.
What was the whip in high school? What year did you graduate high school?
1990.
So 90. So you were right there, man. So what were you driving around South Florida in? What was the car?
Oh, dude, I had this will let you know. I had a Ford Escort, but it was a little mini station wagon.
Yep.
But in the back, I had two MTX 15s.
Oh.
Hold on. Gets even better.
See, this is garbage. This is what the show is. Now you get it. All right.
You're not even scratching the surface, cuz. No, I had an acoustic amp, a Clarion receiver with a Pyramid EQ, Fosgate crossover. I'm driving around, and all of it was either stolen or purchased on fake credit cards.
Yeah.
And I'm banging, I'm basing music driving around in a fucking $200 station wagon.
Yeah, the car's rattling so much the mirrors and shit are falling off of it. The glue's coming undone, dude.
Yeah, my boy that put it in, man, he didn't ground the wire right, so like sometimes that motherfucker would, it wouldn't even start or it would stall if you turned.
couldn't put the blinkers on and shit. It's not. I get it, dude. Everybody in high school like wanted a system for sure, but the fact that you still remember every part of equipment that you had in your Escort is so trashy. You're like, I had the phasers, the fucking 215s.
Well, I mean, that's another thing we were involved in. Me and my buddies. I'm not joking, man. I'm not. I mean, I wish. I don't know if it's funny or not or whatever, but
it's funny. Great, dude. It's funny. I love it.
Yeah, we used to take systems and shit, and
that's
like you didn't have I don't know if you know what a center punch is.
I don't think so.
Oh, you guys are nowhere near real garbage.
We're not boosting fucking cars. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I thought we were bonding here.
He's going to try to sell us a license plate in a minute.
It's going to ask you if you put chili on your big bike, not fucking Grand Theft Auto. All right, so what is it? What is it?
Huh?
What is it? So what's the pin thing?
The center punch is you use that to pop a window, right? But it doesn't shatter loud. But if you don't have a center punch, you can use the top of a spark plug to pop it. You throw it at the ceramic and it'll pop the window. And, you just pop, you go in, get the shit, take it out. You're at night. I mean, look, when you're younger, you don't realize how fucked up that is.
Stupid it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but, we also had guys that, God forbid, that, that were waiting in case somebody came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If somebody realizes you're running up on their car, yeah.
Right. So there's guys waiting to take that guy out if he's running out. Not to kill him, but
awesome. to slow him down at least.
Yeah, slow him down to get out of there. And then we did that when we were kids and
damn, did you ever get pinched doing any of this shit?
Yeah. I got as a juvenile, I got caught a couple times, and as an adult, I got caught a couple times.
Damn.
Pretty sweet. Any serious time?
No. I mean, I had a couple of batteries when I was like in my early 20s, just for fighting and shit. But other than that, as a kid, no. I mean, they let you go. Really. I mean,
A's were wide open.
Yeah, that was a different time back then, dude.
They're not going to waste their time, and they had a juvie camp. Well, when I was in middle school in New Jersey, I had stolen a car.
What kind of car? Okay. Was it the Escort?
My friend stole it. I didn't steal it. I just rode shotgun and laughed the whole fucking time.
That's what I love. Like, you have like the comedian / criminal. Like, you're partaking in these crimes and being like, "This is going to be a great fucking story." You know what I mean? That's a comedian brain.
I talk about it in my special principal's office. But the kid that stole it was like, I mean, now I feel like I'm working a bit, but it's my comedy. I'm actually telling an actual story.
Mm-hmm,
but
sure.
He was that kid that you always knew growing up was going to go to jail. Like that one kid that was like, no, like that kid that was.
I know that kid. I got that. I grew up with those kids. Yeah.
He was always outside. You know what I mean? It's like a fucking Wednesday at midnight, and he's just outside all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man, those kids were shifty as shit.
Yeah.
Never went over to his house for dinner. If you did, you were like, what the fuck?
And he was like he looked like a grown man and shit. He had a dick and a beard, and you're like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
But now I'm kind of doing a bit, so.
Sure. No. I know, yeah, for sure, though.
How'd you get pinched stealing the car?
Excuse me?
How'd you get pinched stealing the car? Did they, like, pull you over?
Well, am I freezing again?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you're okay.
We wrecked the motherfucker, and then the four of us took off running. And me and my buddy Al D'Antonio went one way, and then the other kid. I just shouted out Big Al, by the way.
Shout out to Big dude. That's the best name.
Shout out to Al D'Antonio, and then my other friends went the other way, and they ended up getting pinched, and
Damn.
They named names?
No, they didn't roll on us, man. But the moms figured it out.
Yeah.
The moms got you busted?
My mom, yeah, of course.
That's a good mom, though.
Yeah, it is. My mom, me and my younger brother were a handful. My older brother was, he was the responsible one.
Yeah.
And your mom made you go down to the station and turn yourself in?
No, it's not. Their punishment wasn't other than the fucking massive beating and all that shit. But we had to help work it off.
Yeah.
They kept us out of the camp, but they sent my other two friends up there.
Yeah, that was big when we were kids. They would kids would garage hop. They'd go steal beer out of your garage and shit or whatever. And they would get these thing called act weekends, where it was boot camp, but for the weekend, up in the Poconos or something.
Oh, fuck
so they'd
that.
send you up there for 2 days, and you would just run up and down mountains carrying fucking logs and shit.
The other thing we used to remember Bradley's. Did you guys have Bradley's?
No,
Yeah, the clothing store?
Yeah, it was like a department, like a
Yeah,
generic
absolutely. Bradley was all right.
So we used to. They're so stupid. They would. It was behind the times, but they would have bikes and they would have the flat tires on the bikes, but yet you go over 2 aisles, there's a fucking bike pump, right? So we would fill the tires up, right? Somebody would look and kids would run around, and then my little brother, me, and my friends, we would jump and ride the fucker right out of the store, man. Just take off.
Dude, he said that.
That's pretty sweet.
He said they got bike pumps in the second aisle. They're asking him to steal the fucking bike. What do you want me to do? They got bike pumps right there. What am I, a jerk off? Come on.
You got to lock these things up.
They think that's the way to deter you from stealing it, but there's fucking bike pumps two aisles over. If you have initiative, you can get it done.
Yeah, no, dude, fucking home run. That's brilliant.
What kind of bikes? Did they have good bikes at Bradley's, or are we talking a Huffy?
Nah, man, that's also how you know. I never had I always see kids posting about their bikes. They always wanted this bike.
We always talk about it.
My buddy, getting back to my friend Al, he used to have a bike, but I never had one. And when we would take them, you just use them and then get rid of them. And then, but I would be on the handlebars. My brother would be on it's like a fucking tiny circuit. You got 8 kids on one kid with the bike.
Yeah. I feel like kids don't do that anymore, dude. Back in the 80s and 90s, you could have 6 kids on a dyno going down the block.
Wait, kids don't do what? Credit card fraud? What are we talking about here?
I just thought about this one too. This is great. So my buddy Al and his brother Vinny.
Of course, Al's brother's name is Vinny. I love it.
They were typical, grease monkeys. You know what I mean? And we had taken a mail truck. They had a mail truck.
What the fuck?
No, listen, it was in a junkyard. It was just sitting there.
Okay. I thought you robbed the mailman.
No. And they fixed the mail truck up, and we used to fucking drive around. We were 13 fucking years old. I swear to God, man. And the seat's on the other side.
Yeah. You're it's an import. Don't worry about it. This came over from England.
Holy shit, that's fucking awesome. Fix it up on mail.
Yeah, we used to cruise around in that motherfucker, man. And when we were kids.
You take it on the street? On the street
Yeah,
you would
we took it all around the park, all over the fucking place. Yeah.
Did anybody ever stop you and ask for their mail or anything like that?
No, it didn't have the USA shit on it. It was all faded and all fucked up. You know what I mean?
Vinny's mail service on the side.
That's so funny.
I just fucking remember that, man. That's fucking crazy.
Dude, that's fucking
They're great.
awesome.
They make cars now or something up in New York or New Jersey now, the brothers. They have a racing team.
Oh, really?
What kind of racing?
Yeah. I don't know, whatever. With the cars.
Cars, holy shit. That's not too bad.
Yeah, they race cars, they fix cars and stuff. They've been doing that since they were kids, man. That's the kid that could make a mini bike out of a fucking lawnmower.
Yeah, dude, I had my buddy Vinny was the same thing. He knew his way around a small engine like it was nobody's business.
A little 2-stroke, keep it moving. Oh, that's too fucking funny. All right, let's get into a little more Are You Garbage here. I got one. Do you own any sword collections? Or growing up, did you have a samurai sword?
Nah, hell no, man.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever had a pet bird? Oh, sorry.
I always carry a knife all the time.
Jesus Christ.
I never had
What the fuck is that?
He's just flashing steel.
That's like something from Lord of the Rings, too.
No, it's like I have like a bunch of these that I used to carry around.
Do you still carry a knife on you?
It's like Chris Angel made this fucking.
It does.
I know.
That definitely has a Hot Topic vibe to it.
Came with a lava lamp.
Yeah.
Wait, are you still sticking people? What's going on? Do you like to knife people? What's the deal?
Nah,
Just
man,
in case.
You just you carry it around. It's funny when I got married for like 10 years. My wife really helped me get over a lot of things. Like because I don't know where it was by you, man. And again, I don't know if I'm downplaying this or not. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk about it. You grow up a certain way. You think everybody else grows up that way.
100%. Yeah.
But there was a lot of problems. Like, there was always fights. There was always something happening. And it took forever for me to even go out of the house with fucking flip-flops on. I would never even wear flip-flops when we went out.
You got to be ready. Yeah, you got to be good. Yeah.
And the funny thing is like things never really popped off like that all the time. You're always on high alert, thinking something will. But then the one time it does, you're there. You're ready.
Yeah. That's why if you ever see a guy with Tim's tied up, you know that dude means fucking business. If you see a dude on the subway with his Tim's tied to the knee, fucking steer clear of him.
Yeah, I wouldn't say, but I wouldn't say by any stretch of the imagination you grew up like that. You definitely grew up tougher, and that sounds like a tough town and tougher times.
But
well, I would say this too, like because I was raised by my single mom, like me and my little brother, we lived in a really rough area at one point. And, even as a kid, like I would set up like in the house, like if we'd have a bat here, God forbid somebody broke in, you know what I mean? Cause we were going to protect her. And like, we used to have to go to the laundromat as a kid. I don't know. I mean, this has definitely got to qualify me for some type of garbage. But when your mom has to go to the laundromat, you follow, I would follow her at like 7 or 8 with, just making sure nobody's going to fuck with her. And then, and when you get, I don't know if you've ever been to a laundromat, especially in like Florida and Jersey. Holy shit. It's like a fucking Star Wars cantina.
The champagne's not great.
There's filth everywhere. I think that plays into it as well. I was always worried as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Sure. Well, I think there's a thing too when like violence is semi-normalized. Like if you grow up in a place where like you see fights, and when fights are a possible outcome of engagements or like of conflict, it just becomes normalized. I remember I was took my cousin golfing one time, and like this dude hit up on him a couple of times, and he's like, he like fucking hangs sheetrock, and then all of a sudden he's like, they're toe to toe in the fairway, and he's got his club. My cousin's got his club over his shoulder, and he's like, the guy's like, "What, are you gonna hit me with that?" And he just goes, "Yeah, if I have to." And I'm like, "Oh, he's living in another fucking world than I am." Like, just like, yeah, I will hit you if I have to do it, dude.
And, I think the 80s too, when like I remember one time my school teacher, there were 2 kids that were riffing in the classroom, and then he just said, "Fuck it." And he cleared the desks out, and he said, "You two right now, go at it. And when it's over, you shake hands." And, and he let them fight right in the middle of the fucking classroom.
Damn. That's fucking awesome.
They don't do that. I mean, you can't do that today.
Oh, you'd be in fucking jail.
Yeah.
And Kevin and I have a theory that we talk about. Now, obviously, like I said, we didn't grow up anything near like that. But we've both been fucking punched in the face before, and grew up around somewhat violent circumstances. And in the long run, don't you feel like that's a lot of problem with people that have never been punched in the face? That's where, as an adult, they run their mouth and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I actually say that if you've never been punched in the face, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
It tells me that you don't have opinions, convictions. It tells me that that some shit happened and you ran. That's what the fuck that tells me. You know what I mean? Like, and by the way, it doesn't hurt. I talk about that. Am I freezing again?
No, you're okay.
You're good.
Yeah, no, it's good to scrap it out, man. I mean, look. I guess it was different times. I was telling my mom this. It's like I never really realized I would be alive to see a whole different America. Like, when your grandparents would say that, and then you're like, I mean, dude, everything is fucking different now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's for the better. I mean, I don't know. But I think you should always it's only skin. That's what you used to say as a kid. It's only skin. knuckle it up. It's all, and then just don't bitch about it, and you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's how. Whenever there was an issue on the street, my dad would be like, "Yeah, you're gonna like that kid took your baseball bat or whatever. Like, go get it, or like, go fucking go. You gotta go get it. Like, you're not coming back in the house without your baseball mitt or whatever."
Wait till he's sleeping and then steal his dad's stereo. That'll fix him.
Yeah, I lost the $20 mitt, but I got a system for $2,000.
Dude, actually, I think that's a sign of the times too back then, man. Because all the systems, like right now, every car has a fucking phenomenal system.
Sure, it's in there, yeah.
But then I meant like stealing stereos. You know what else kids used to take? The hood ornaments, like the Cadillacs.
Yeah, they were big.
And then, that type of stuff, everybody, at least where I'm from, everybody did that.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Fucking love it. All right, I want to talk about some traits here, some things you do. It's something that's been a hot button issue on the podcast over the last few weeks. I want to see what your thoughts are. And this is where I lean to him not being garbage in his mannerisms.
Yeah. Like as with most Italians, they run a tight ship. Yes. You know what I mean? You have a lot of convictions about what is trash and what is not. You carry yourself like most Italian men carry themselves like fucking gentlemen. You know what I mean? So that's where I think you're all class. You probably obviously came from a tough background. The fucking bodyguard to the laundromat's a tough look for sure. But I think you're fucking probably all class now. Today's episode is brought to you by Sheath Underwear. Woo! Sheath makes the softest, most comfortable boxer briefs I've ever worn. I literally have them on right now. If you're sick of boxers that are too loose or briefs that are too tight, Sheath is for you. Here's what Sheath does that is unique. It's a stretchy fabric made out of moisture-wicking technology. It feels silky and keeps everything cool, comfortable, and in place, baby, which is important. It's perfect. It's the perfect underwear for working out. Plus, the most unique thing about Sheath underwear is that they have dual pouches. That keeps your man parts separated, which prevents them from sticking together, which is huge when you're working out or being in hot environments, or if you just want to make a little fall activities a little more enjoyable. You know what I mean, big man?
I hear you, buddy. And you know what'll make pumpkin picking a little more fun? I'll tell you this right now, making sure your balls aren't stuck to your thigh, because I've made that mistake before. Apple picking, pumpkin picking. I remember last year cutting down the Christmas tree. My nuts were sticking to me like a fucking piece of old fucking bologna. But I'll tell you what. Sheath Underwear can make that happen for you. Make you feeling fresh and clean. No more chafing. No more gross ball sweat. Nothing but comfort and support. Now, for some of you that might not be interested in separating your man parts, I still recommend Sheath, all right? I'm a little guy. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not showing off. I'm not the toughest kid on the block. I wear them normal, all right? You can just wear it like any other pair of boxer briefs, and they're fucking incredibly comfortable. It's unreal. And one more thing. They look good. I have never looked better in a pair of underwear. Dude, I'm telling you what. I put my Sheaths on. I got the camo ones. Woo, I feel like fucking Machine Gun Kelly walking around the house.
My girl takes a run at me.
See you laying on the couch. Gang, let me tell you something. I want to finish this out strong. All right, if you're packing like a real big man, you're packing like a real big man. Don't worry about that. Just go to Sheath Underwear and get a pair of the most comfortable underwear you'll ever own. And if you use promo code GARBAGE, you're going to get 20% off your order. That's sheathunderwear.com. Use promo code GARBAGE to save 20%. Now back to the show. How do you feel about brushing your teeth in the shower?
Listen, it depends. And I'm not a big – if you want to know, this is where it's going to get really, really, really crazy. I've never had a cavity in my life.
Whoa.
And what I do is I have a whole system when I brush my teeth. I have a water pick.
Right? The guy's got a water pick.
Holy shit.
And
I'm writing that down.
I do my the Listerine or whatever, and then I would do a fluoride rinse at night before I'd go to bed. See, I already
see? That's I don't care how many cars you stole. That's fucking class. A water pick.
But I also brush my teeth in the shower in a rush.
So. Sure. Okay.
Okay. But
so he's not a psycho.
Will you keep the toothbrush? You don't keep the toothbrush in the shower when you leave, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, there's savages out here doing that. A lot of people, you would be surprised.
Who the fuck does that?
Animals.
I bet you have dishes in this thing.
Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure.
That's fucking great. Go ahead, Kip.
Let's see. Have you ever worn a wife beater in public?
In Florida, absolutely.
Okay, Florida's a little. I forgot about Florida. Okay.
I'd like to hear his opinion on the jersey. Ask him the jersey question.
Okay, so you have to wear one of the following, right? You're going to a wedding, and the only options you have are sports jerseys, right? Like you have a baseball jersey, a hockey jersey.
Obviously, you would not show up to a wedding dressed in a jersey, the gentleman that you
But
are.
what do you think the classiest of them all is? If you were gun to your head, you're hemmed up in a bad situation, that's all you got. You got to wear one. What are you wearing out of all the professional sports?
Okay, first off, I'm going to take this another level of my insanity. I don't wear I don't wear jerseys. I don't put another fucking man's name on my back.
I agree. I don't do it either.
I know it.
Unless he's old enough to be my grandfather, but not a dude that's either my age or younger. Are you fucking high?
Wearing some 19-year-olds? Yeah.
You're not wearing a mellow jersey?
But if you're going to wear one to a wedding,
To look like least of an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, what's the...
You might have to go with a baseball jersey because you could put a tie under it or something. And I'm saying, like, because it buttons up, it's got to be.
Like you're at your Hall of Fame induction ceremony? That's awesome.
I've never heard that answer. That's brilliant.
Great, man.
That's brilliant.
Woo. Have you...
It could be buttons and it comes down, so you could, if that's all you got. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Jesus
man,
Christ.
we're having a good time. I fucking love it. Have you been to a wedding where somebody where somebody wore a jersey?
No.
Really?
Listen, I'll be honest with you. At any wedding that I went to, if somebody showed up in a jersey, they'd be
Have you ever seen anybody wear something they shouldn't have been wearing to a wedding where you're like, get a load of, like a short sleeve dress shirt or something?
You know what? I will say this. When my cousins got married, their family side, the other side.
It's always the other side where you're like, yo, where did you fucking animals come from?
And this guy was stacking his beers on the table. And then my side of the family, somebody went over to him and said, listen, you're going to have to take it off the table. You're embarrassing yourself and everybody here. And he didn't realize it, but you could tell that guy hadn't, He did. He was stacking the beers like a fucking pyramid.
Dude, only the Italians will speak for everybody when they say you're embarrassing not only yourself, but everybody at this baseball game.
There's a lot of good people around here. What are you doing? This guy's a fucking treat me like I'm a half a jerk off over here. Dude.
Everybody here.
It's always the other side of the family where you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah, it's the people marrying in. I mean,
it's usually the guy or the girl that's marrying in is typically you're like, oh, okay, this seems like a normal person. You meet them, but then you meet their aunts and uncles and cousins and shit, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's very rare. You might get a third or fourth cousin in an Italian-American family, but you don't see that shit in our family. And by the way, I'm also German. I mean, my mother's Sicilian, and I was raised in a Sicilian, background. So there's a lot of pride in, the two things you should have pride in is in your work and your appearance, how you carry yourself. That's what my grandfather would say that, it's your character's everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm still like, I get my nails done. I get buffed.
Ooh, I know it. I'm telling you.
And my grandfathers, and they all did that too. I mean, a lot of the gangsters used to do that shit all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
In Philly, you saw the guys that had the suits on. They always had the nails done, and you looked at them, and you're like, that's a classy guy.
Yeah, for sure, dude. The Italians, you guys do that nice.
Oh, dude, there's rules that I have when I go, like if there's women at the table, they don't reach in their fucking pocket.
Oh, love it.
Like the stuff that because I was believe it or not, I was very fortunate to be raised by my grandfather, and my stepfather later on was an older Italian guy as well. Like he was 14 years older than my mom. And when I tell you this dude was just fucking suits all the time. I remember one time when we were watching Casino and remember all those suits And you hear him go, me and guy had suits like that, like the shoes back, the fuck, like, he was so impressed with the suit.
Yeah.
You're like,
oh, man.
No,
Speaking of dinner, how do you feel about splitting the check? What are your rules on that?
with the lady?
No,
No.
say you and another couple go out. Let's do this. So it's a double date. What do you do?
I got it this time. You get it next time.
For
Fucking
sure.
guy's class.
Yeah, are you a cash guy or are you a card guy? Or do you operate with both?
Now I'm all card. I used to, when I was in my 20s, I just used to carry cash on me.
Yeah.
But I can write it off. I didn't understand taxes when I was in my 20s.
Sure.
I bring it out on the corporate Amex. And, the other thing is, see, when you should know, but again, we all know because we're of this ilk. When a group of Italian guys go out, okay, and you're waiting on that table, whoever's waiting on that table is probably going to get at like a 200% tip.
Get
Oh,
greased
yeah,
up.
I used to love
that. Nice.
So they're going to drop the check. One of the guys is going to pick it up, and then everybody's going to throw in what they ate as a tip.
Yeah.
And that's usually how that works. Because he'll go leave the tip, and then if I had like a $40 whatever, I'll throw in fucking $30.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, the kid walks with like almost 100% sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That shit was always the best back in the day. You get a couple fucking older Italian guys. They're all getting apps. They're sharing the apps. They got fucking drinks. There's fucking Zambuca, fucking espressos on the table. Next thing you know, some guy shows up. They get a little fucking come out, and they fucking hook you up with a nice tip. It's great.
Yeah.
Dude, one of my old jokes about was one of my first jokes on my half hour was about us going out to eat.
Yeah. You have the best Italian cash joke, I think, hands down.
Where we count the money, like
Oh. And then when you hit it with like 20 or whatever the total is fucking home run funny, dude.
But no, we fight over the tab, man. Or the other this is the other thing that happens too is like you go out and you go to places. There's this Italian ritual. I don't know. Like you'll go out and you'll go to a place where you might get comped, right? So when you go in there, you're expecting that, but when they offer it, you tell them no.
Sure, yeah, because it's like
Damn.
Right, but then when they do it, you tip now as if we had to pay the tab. So it's just always been that. I don't know I don't think it's like this anymore because the younger guys lost it. But
It ain't, man.
There was always that dance, like, no, you don't have to comp it. I'm here, And then there's things that you do, like you don't let them know until after you pay, and then they're like, okay, It was always this thing that you showed respect. I can't explain it. There was like a
No,
ritual.
I know exactly what you're talking. But I waited tables up until a year ago. I was still waiting tables a year ago, and it was at a fucking burger place in NYU. And let me tell you something. That shit is going away quicker than anything. They're fucking arguing over, oh, well, I only had this and you had that. There's 6 kids. They hand me 12 fucking credit cards. I remember exactly what you're talking about. That fighting over the check thing, I think about that when I was a kid. And like when I see that now, it like warms my heart. And it's always like somebody like our parents' generation.
I got it.
My uncle fucking just like, listen, don't say anything. I'm taking care of the check, order whatever you want. Or him and my dad fighting over it at the end of the meal. Or the fucking coolest move is one of them would get up, go to the bathroom, bang, 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 and come back. Okay, we're ready to go. That's fucking class. That doesn't exist anymore. And when it does, it's beautiful to see.
I had to do that a couple of times, but I'm not gonna one up it. But my godfather, my uncle, guy I looked up to. Mm-hmm. He pulled a Tony Soprano when I picked the check up one time, and he.
They'd get mad at you.
He fucking slapped me.
What?
Yeah, he's in a loving
Sure,
way.
in like a loving, yeah.
He went like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And the look in his face, he was really upset. And he's like, "I appreciate the gesture," and he was really upset about that. But we joke around about that now. Like he smacks me in front of, like we'll go out.
It's real guinea shit. I love it.
We'll go out and I'll say, and we'll go to the hostess, right? We do this a lot, and he'll stand there. Of course, it's staged, but it's funny to both of us. And I'll say, hey, I want to make a reservation. Can you put our name in? And I'll give him my name. And he'll go, what? You don't see me standing here? You're gonna put your name? And then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And then he'll smack. Explain the whole.
What the fuck?
Oh my God! And I'm like, I'm so sorry, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then we act like it's normal, but it's like a stupid Andy Kaufman thing we do.
That's too funny.
Dude.
I'm joking. That was a waste of fucking a minute.
No. It's all class, baby.
I
When,
love that he holds himself to that standard.
I got one. When was the last time you were at an Olive Garden?
I fuck that. I don't even know, man. I think when I lived in LA one time, we went to one. Me and my wife at the time, ex-wife. It was just to get the soup and the salad.
Yeah,
And
there
was
you
just
go.
awful.
How do you feel about cash back? You get cash back when you make a purchase?
With what? I get points on my card. But
No. He means if you go to like Ralph's or whatever, and you're checking out, and they go, "Do you want cash back?" And you use it like an ATM.
I've done that before a couple times, but you know that's when I'm going somewhere and I'm like, shit, but I need it to tip.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
I got a greasing guy. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm short, I'll have them take it out and break it up in fives.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Who
If I'm
do you
going
tip? Where's your standard on tipping? Who gets a tip?
Well,
You leave something for the cleaning lady?
Slow down.
Absolutely, always. Whenever I stay in a hotel, because I don't have them touch my room at all, because I don't let people in there. I get skeeved out. You know, I get skeeved out.
It's class. That's
Even
class.
probably a family that was a guy was clipping before I was in there. So I don't. Did I freeze?
Yeah,
okay.
you're good now.
Okay. I don't leave I don't leave towels around or anything like that. But at the final end, I'll leave a 5 or a 10 after I'll put it on there for her. My biggest and my best move, and this is again, I suggest this to anybody. Whenever you go out to eat, the guy that brings the bread and the water, it depends on the restaurant. A 5 can usually do it, but if it's a higher end, you give him a 10 right out the gate. Because I used to wait tables all the time. Okay, and this is two things. In a nicer place, you got the front waiter and the back waiter, and they pool the whole thing. That guy always ends up getting fucked.
Yeah.
Right? Number one. But number two, you give him that 5, you're going to see shit showing up on your table that won't be on the bill.
Yeah. He's Johnny on the spot with the fucking extras.
So once you give him that, like if you give him a 5 or a 10, now you know he's putting it in his pocket, so it's going somewhere good.
Mm-hmm.
And then you say to him, hey, can you get me a Diet Coke? Or, hey, can you get me something? And he's like, sure. And now, fuck you robbed the restaurant. Fuck.
Yeah. He's not. Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
He'll start giving you sodas and shit and extra bread. He'll get you sure everything's good. And and he probably is going to get that robbed anyways from him from the scumbag meth addict front waiter.
Sure. Yeah.
I know, man.
I love the systems, the hierarchy in your head. It's fucking fantastic.
Beautiful. It's so
Dude,
good.
the same thing goes with the when you go to. I'll tell you, this works almost all the time. I don't know how the car washing places are by you, but
I was just going to ask him about it.
you get a basic wash, and you go give the fucking guy that's drying your car,
Mm-hmm.
give him and then you tell him, hey man, put the shit on the tires, and then so
you go right to him.
It's pretty good.
9 out of 10 times, I would say 99.9%.
They'll do
This
it.
guy's gonna go all in. He's gonna put the Armor All. He'll even offer to wipe it in the car. You know what I mean? Now,
That's not bad.
the way that works, so you get a basic wash for say $15, right? The all in is almost 30.
Yeah,
So
it works or
for that
whatever.
$15, right? You pay that. You give him. I was gonna tip him 5 anyways. So for an extra 5 now, you've just saved yourself another almost $10.
Yeah.
I'm just giving it to him. But everybody eats. Everybody enjoys.
Sure. Yeah. It's a family party, family style over here.
Everybody wins in these situations.
Do you always get the tires done without fail?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I got one for you. Have you ever gone to one of the car washes where you spray it down with the hose? Like you do it yourself?
Yeah, I did that. I lived in Tallahassee. That's the only one I went to. And then there was
What?
one- Yeah. I was one of those losers that went away to community college.
What do you mean?
I went away to Tallahassee, to TCC, and the only washing thing they had there was that thing.
Those are for like cleaning out dead bodies. That's for like getting blood out of your trunk. Those things. Those open up at 10 p.m. Those ones.
Yeah, those things are real shifty in the middle of the night. You're washing down the fucking Escort, fucking 2 a.m.
I got one for you too, because you travel a lot. You're a fucking road dog. Will you get food when you're traveling? Will you get food in the terminal and take it on the plane and eat it?
Nah, fuck no.
Yeah,
I hate
I
it,
know
bro.
it.
That's like it's inconvenient. It's just not comfortable. I'll be honest with you. I'm able to keep my weight off because I'll do intermittent fasting, and the days that I'm traveling, I won't eat in the airport. I'll get a black coffee, and I'll travel that whole day. And then if I get to the hotel at night, if I have to be there to do press the next day, I'll have my first meal like after I'm settled in at the hotel, or if it's at the club, I'll get something right before I go up.
Okay.
That's usually what I do.
I think it's a real trash move to like you sit down and like fucking 31F, and then some guy next to you just pulls out like a fucking bear burger or something. You're like, yo, what the fuck? I gotta sit next to these fried onions the whole fucking time?
It's awful. And fucking mayonnaise and that little ass tray.
He's trying to make it work with tiny napkins and shit. It just can't do it.
Yeah.
You take your shoes off on the plane?
Well, see, yeah, but not. It's my feet. I'll never show my feet, even though they're fucking beautiful. I get the toes done, everything. I'll rip a sock off right now to tell you. But I usually wear dark socks. Does that make sense?
Yeah, everything's calculated with you. I feel you're very calculated. Every move, every gesture, everything's calculated.
I have the dark socks, really feet, and all that shit.
What about a full-size pillow on the plane? You do that?
No. Fuck no.
Dude, those people look like they're going to fucking sleepaway camp. It's like, dude, what are you doing? It's a 2-hour flight. Let's go. Act like a fucking adult.
I know, my pillow at home.
Sleeping bag and shit roll. You got a fucking a John Offerdahl neck roll. I don't know if you've ever Remember that big ass fucking sofa? And they're sitting there trying to sleep.
Oh,
God.
Speaking of pillows, something that we've been throwing around here for a week or two is how many pillows do you use to sleep? How many pillow guy are you? The more pillows, the more garbage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I have four like really expensive, nice down pillows that I use, but they, I have a pretty big bed. So
where do they go though? That's the thing.
Do you use all four of them?
You put one between your legs. You hug one.
I have never ever kicked the pillow off the bed, so this must make me garbage. Like I don't fucking canoodle with it. But, some of them just sit alone. They're not, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes they're there. I also like sometimes, like, if one falls off the bed, I can just grab the reserve.
Yeah, that's all. Dude, in the middle of the night, instead of looking, you just fucking.
Strong move. You fold it up a little. But yeah, I would say 4 pillows. But I would say this again, if you even have decorative pillows, I guess it doesn't make you garbage. But if you sleep on a decorative pillow, that's kind of.
For sure, dude. For sure. Yeah, you got like the button going into the side of your head or whatever.
You mean the one with the cover on it that comes with the comforter?
Yeah, the decorative one. Yeah.
The duvet? That's fucking trash. You got the duvets out.
The duvet pillow is your pillow. That's fucking garbage.
Yeah,
that's all. They've always got a little spit stain on them for people that use them.
I was gonna say the yellow stained pillow. You ever see those? They're like fucking. Looks like somebody pissed on it.
Yeah, dude, don't come over my house. It looks like a bag of Lay's potato chips right now.
It's fucking trash. What else you got, Kip?
Keep hitting them. I love this guy.
See?
All right, let's do some of the basics. These are like fucking hot button issues. We asked these to kind of everybody to wrap it up a little bit. These are our standard ones. They're very divisive within the community. Let's do ketchup. Where do you keep the ketchup? Do you keep it in a cabinet or do you keep it in the refrigerator?
Cabinet till it's open, and then I put it in the fridge.
Excellent.
Classic. How about butter? Is the butter on the counter or is the butter in the refrigerator?
Well, I have 2 butters. There's the butter I cook with, which I cook with ghee, and that stays in.
Oh, that's class.
But then the one that I put on my bread, I meant, yeah, we keep it in the fridge, but then, you know, you take it out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice and soft, you know.
That's the class. That's what we're finding out is the class. That's the classy way to do it.
What did your mom do growing up? Did she keep it out?
You mean, no, she kept it in the fridge.
She kept it in the fridge. Okay, I'm surprised by that.
And you know what else was a big thing when I was growing up was that country crock shit. Yeah. Right? They used to think it was healthier, but that became the fucking Italian Tupperware.
Oh, yeah.
Some good meatballs in those things.
Yeah, that's where you put the meatballs and give it to the guests in. Like, there was like, you know.
Dude, you know how many times it does? You know how many times I've reached to like butter a fucking bagel and it's been a fucking thing of gravy or something? I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
You're
good.
like, oh yeah, this is fucking. But yeah, no, we that's the answer to butter thing.
Do you fuck with mayonnaise at all?
Yeah, I do. I like it on a roast beef sub every now and then.
And do you use Miracle Whip or do you use Hellman's? It's a big one.
Okay. People don't realize Miracle Whip is actually a dressing.
Yes, I'm aware.
And it's fucking amazing on bologna sandwiches. I would do bologna and cheese sandwiches with the Miracle Whip, but I don't use it as a regular mayonnaise, just with the bologna and cheese sandwiches.
Strictly bologna and cheese.
Yeah.
I'll give you that though, because that's a trash sandwich to begin with. A bologna and cheese sandwich. You're not trying to impress anybody with a bologna and cheese. You know.
How about chips on the sandwich?
I mean, when I was fucking 8.
Oh, I still do it, dude. I still do it.
Yikes!
You want to know how garbage my family is? My wife caught my mom putting chips on her sandwich like 2 weeks ago. She was like, "Your fucking mom put chips on her sandwich." Like, she was devastated.
When I was doing a theater in Asbury Park like maybe 2 years ago, and I took this kid from LA with me, right? And just what a fucking abomination this kid did. All the food, this kid Carlos. I mean, he's a Mexican kid from Sacramento.
Sure.
He's one of my dearest friends. So my very dear friend owns Iannelli's on Passyunk in South Philly. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
They've been there for 100 years. He does the tomato pies, right? Makes the crab gravy, right?
We used to live right there. We used to live right off Passyunk Avenue.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievable. So the first time I take the kid down, he's with me at the Punchline where you guys are. And wait, was that the Punchline gig? Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're there. So Vinny's like, "Yo, come over. I'm gonna cook for everybody, dude." I mean, what a fucking spread, right? Mm-hmm. He made the crab gravy. We had cutlets. We had fucking like 4 or 5 dozen clams. He made 2 tomato pies. He made the fucking stromboli.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're killing me.
Dude, there was fucking 4 of us. Okay, 4 of us, and it was just the kid Carlos sits down, and he doesn't like. I can't eat this and that. We had to make him a little bit of fucking spaghetti, right?
What?
Then,
Like buttered noodles? What the fuck?
No, like regular spaghetti, just with a little fucking gravy, right? And then that was the start of it. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't know how to eat, right? So then we take him to we had a sponsors at Maruca's, right? The tomato pies in Seaside Heights.
Mm-hmm.
So we go there to get a pie. This fucking kid starts putting shit all over it, like the chili, he's dressing it up. And you're like, bro, you got to fucking taste it the way it is in its natural environment.
Sure, yeah. The way the chef intended to. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So then we took him to Wawa, right?
Don't embarrass me in here.
Going, dude, you got to get a Wawa sandwich. Just the Italian sandwich is the best. I mean, we're hammered.
Yeah.
He starts putting fucking Fritos on it. and my buddy's looking at me like, where the fuck did you find this thing? So now, I told him we got him a Taylor ham, which you call pork roll.
Yeah.
A Taylor ham sandwich, all right? With the fresh bread, everything.
Uh-huh.
And I said to him, if you fuck this up, you got to eat this now, the way it is. No ketchup yet. You can add it later. But, And the kid was like, I don't know if I can eat it, like, without the fucking – I go, you know what, dude?
You don't deserve it.
you don't deserve any. Like, it's an abomination that I even brought you.
That's devastating, man.
Go wait in the car.
It's like Burr said, man, because he was like, dude, for us, like Italian, when we're ordering food, it's just, there's going to be a problem. Like, there's always a problem. You know what I mean? Like, it means so much to us. And I don't want to enhance the stereotype, but it's fucking true, man.
Yeah.
It's true. Like right now, I want to go to Philly.
So do I.
So do I, man. The fucking the crab gravy, you got me.
Dude, you got to check that place out. It's INL, man. It's unbelievable. Oh, but the chips, he started putting the Fritos, and it's like, I don't know how people eat like this.
Yeah, I know. It's a trash move for sure. It's trash, yeah.
But I'm saying, like, eat it the way it comes.
I wouldn't do that at a place like that, a place that's special for something. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I mean? I consider you a friend. I'm not going to sit here and fucking deceive you. I might have put a fucking Frito on a sandwich or two in my day.
Nah, dude, if you're getting a fucking hogie from McDonald's, from Wawa, you're putting chips on it as trash.
I'm not gonna fucking go in there and embarrass myself. But I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
You can't do that. I just had a place in Florida that's very, very fucking phenomenal Italian deli meats, and you just let them make it. That's their job. That's what they do. Mm-hmm. Like, just eat it in its natural state.
You know what it is? What it is these days is I think the younger generation, there's so few and far between of those places left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That there is no trust. There is no, this guy's not going to make it the way I like it. These kids are eating at fucking Starbucks.
And
they're getting sandwiches at fucking Starbucks.
Yeah,
of course they don't trust it.
Everything's made to order, like how you want it now, too. You know what I mean? Like before, it would just be like, you get it however the fuck it comes out.
Yeah, there was never any of that when I was a kid. No this, no that.
Where you guys at there?
Right now, we're in New York. We're in the East Village.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in the Village. I was going to say, where is that? You live? You don't live in the city, do you?
I live uptown.
Astoria.
I was going to say, man, if you can, get to, you ever go to Spumoni Gardens, L&B's?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
No. Good?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Oh,
like, change your life, unbelievable. But that's what I'm saying. There's not a lot of places like that anymore where it's like it's like Ben's grandma slice on fucking McDougal Street.
Yeah, dude, you just don't, like, again, man, this was what, I'm getting us off topic, so I apologize.
Nah, it's all right.
When I took my wife, my ex-wife, I keep saying that, into fucking Manhattan one time, she wanted to go to this, like, a nice place for a Friday night dinner, which I get that. They want to dress up. They want to go out. Mm-hmm. And, when you're on the road, a lot of people don't realize, like, and I've been a road dog I've been doing it 23 years, but I've been on the road hard, I'd say about 16 or 17 years of that. And when you're married or you're in a relationship, 8 Tuesdays don't equal one Saturday. Right?
Sure.
So when you get those weekends, you got to make it count. And so I brought her with me. We stayed over. I was up there seeing family and friends. I have a lot of family in Brooklyn. And, so we go to the first night, we go to Beauty in Essex. Yeah. Right? When that just opened up, my buddy called. We got the reservation. And I said, this night is for you. This is for you. Okay. But tomorrow night's for me. And we went there, they didn't beat you up that bad. It was nice touch. It's cool. You're going through the fucking music store or whatever.
Sure.
It's great. I took her to L&B's on Saturday. We had fucking squares and muscles. And afterwards I was saying, now you're telling me that shit last night. Is that what you're going to tell me? Are we even going to fucking make that argument? And of course it was.
It's squares and muscles. That's the fucking best.
Such skinny shit, dude. I love it so much.
Squares and muscles.
I
love, dude. Mussels are the trashiest shellfish, but they are the fucking best, man.
I'll tell you
Good
some
night.
Fish moves that you're not supposed to do, but I do, and this is real Guinea. This is like Guinea trash 101. I put grated cheese on my white clam sauce. You're not supposed to? But I'll do that. I put cheese on everything.
You said that like you make your own rules. You sounded like Clint Eastwood. I'll tell you right now. I'll put Parmesan on my clam. I don't give a shit who's sitting at the owner's table.
I'll do it, man.
That's so funny. But
Nobody fucking move and get me the pecorino.
Forget about it.
Oh my!
That's so
God.
funny. Your boy's with Verzi, so I go on the road with Verzi a lot. And whatever city we're in, we fucking
Yeah, he does it classy.
we find like some wine bar, some who go get first sticks. He's smoking cigars all the time, and then most people go out to like dive bars or whiskey or whatever. Dude, we go out. We find like this lounge. He orders like meat and cheese plates, and everywhere he goes. He takes a bite. He goes, "Tell me you've never had something that good in your entire fucking life. You never had. Try this with that pizza. You never fucking." Italians always want to prove that what they're having in that moment is the best thing in the world.
You're not gonna find that shit in Jersey. I'll tell you that right now.
If you're a guest at anybody, and the minute if you notice before you take, everybody's staring at you before you take the first bite.
Oh yeah.
Well, you take it, and then. And then they're like, huh? What the fuck? What did I tell you?
Wow, Bret Ernst, ladies and gentlemen.
100% class in my book.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
I don't care how many fucking
How many cars he's boosted, how many subwoofers he's stolen.
who you stabbed in Florida.
One car. I took one.
One car that the government needs to know about.
No, I'm just saying, I only took one.
Buddy, is there anything you want the folks out there to know before we get you out of here? You got anything coming up? Anything you want to promote?
I would say that I'm more garbage than anything, but we didn't really get into the other stuff.
Well, so you redeemed yourself, but you carry yourself as a gentleman. That's where it is now. Like you have a lot of convictions, you have a lot of opinions on how things should be done. That's class. People that are like shopping in their fucking pajamas are garbage.
No, dude. I think that goes back to the punching in the face thing. I mean, when you're not, if there's no threat of you getting dropped.
Yeah.
If you haven't had your ass kicked, and I'm not. I talk about in my act. I couldn't tell you how many. I could not. I swear on everything. If you asked me to put a number on it, I couldn't tell you how many fights I've been in my life. But I will tell you this: that I've got about 19 strong losses. Like fucking epic. And if you've been beat and put in a hospital and fucked up, and you learn that you got to carry yourself a little cautiously. You got there's ways to do that, and I think a lot of younger dudes, especially, they talk fucking reckless. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's that yelling at people and shit because nobody's getting fucking.
Well, there's no consequences. Some guy yelled at us like a couple of weeks ago. We were outside having a beer, smoking. He's like, "You're not allowed to smoke over here," and like made this big scene. And I'm like, he's never been punched in the face because if I go back at him, we're gonna end up fighting. And I'm like, I'm not fighting in broad daylight, but he doesn't. In his head, getting punched in the mouth is not a consequence, not a possibility.
We bitched up pretty quick. I'll be honest. I put that cigarette right out. Like, ooh, sorry.
No, but see, I would have been like, you know what? You may be right, but that's not how you talk to people. Like there was a kid in Sacramento. I mean, I'm one of those dudes where I would rather fight a dude that I know I'm going to lose to than like fight a kid I know I can beat. Sure,
there's no fun in that. Yeah,
unless he just needs to be put in check. I mean, when I was younger, I'm not talking about now. Now I'm fucking. Now I'm my shoulder hurts when I do this.
I know. Yeah.
But there was some kid up in Sacramento when I was just up there that you could just tell this motherfucker's never. I mean, like just dismissive, just no type of male etiquette. You know what I mean?
I know. And it takes people back. Like I sit there and go, am I crazy? What the fuck's happening here?
Yeah,
I like how mad he gets. It's so great.
No, this kid, and he's like one of those jerk off guys with like the mustache and the mullet look. He's just, this is how he gets attention.
Mm-hmm.
And just very dismissive. And it was me observing more, and then until me and him had a little thing, and I just told him, I'm not gonna fucking smack him because
Sure, yeah.
It's like hitting a chick. I wasn't gonna do that. I'm just thinking to myself, this dude has never, ever either seen somebody get fucking hurt.
Because that'll do it. If you see someone get fucking tattooed, you're like,
man.
I'm done. I'm good.
I can tell you to this day, okay, the most disturbing thing I've ever seen, and I didn't even see it because I was going to my car because I was just getting the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
I came out of a Denny's, and by the way, that's work. these two crews were fighting these two groups were fighting in the fucking parking lot, right? So I'm getting to my car. I'm not going to stick around. You know what I mean? I don't know if somebody's going to pull out, start shooting, whatever. And this dude had a bat. And I see it in the corner of my eye, right? The kid runs, and you hear that fucking – it was so fucking disturbing. If the kid with the mustache had heard that –
Oh, yeah. He wouldn't have a fucking mustache.
He wouldn't know how to fucking talk to people because you know – you see shit can go from 0 to 100 really quick.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, again, I don't know. I think I don't want to sound like a bitch now, but I think it might be a good thing that things aren't like that anymore.
Sure, understandable to an extent, of course. Yeah.
Oh, my God, that's too funny. Bret Ernst.
Just watch Cobra Kai, and I'll be in, where am I? Oh, I'll be in Naples at Off the Hook Comedy Club, October 2nd through the 5th, if you're in the area.
Cool.
Very nice, buddy. Congratulations on Cobra Kai again. It's fucking awesome. Kippy, what do you got for him out there?
Guys, just like we said, the live show at the Punchline.
Yes, get
in
them
Philly
tickets, folks.
On September 24th, 7 p.m. Get those fucking tickets. It will sell out. And also rate, review, subscribe on iTunes and on YouTube as well.
Yeah, and post those pictures of your tees. If they haven't gotten there yet, just hang in there. They're going to all be there. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week. Peace.